Hello everyone. Did you know that giving the wrong vitamin to fix an anemia can look like it is helping while silently allowing permanent nerve damage to progress underneath? Today we are exploring vitamin B9, covering its clinical biochemistry, pathology, and public health prevention as an essential nutrient for cellular division and one carbon metabolism. Let us start by understanding two related terms. Folate, also called folacin, is the natural water soluble B complex vitamin found in food, essential for DNA synthesis, red blood cell formation, and overall metabolism. Folic acid is the synthetic, highly bioavailable form utilized exclusively in supplements and fortified foods. In terms of absorption mechanics, folate is primarily absorbed in the jejunum, the proximal part of the small intestine. This absorption is mediated by carrier transport systems, namely the proton coupled folate transporter and the reduced folate carrier. These transporters require a slightly acidic microenvironment with a pH between 5.5 and 6.0 for optimal uptake. Once absorbed, folate undergoes intracellular conversion to reach its active form. In the initial reduction, folate is enzymatically reduced to dihydrofolate, known as DHF. In the second reduction, dihydrofolate is reduced to tetrahydrofolate, known as THF. In the intermediate state, tetrahydrofolate is metabolized into 5,10-methylene tetrahydrofolate. Finally, in the circulating active form, this is converted into L5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, the predominant active form found in human blood plasma. This connects directly to vitamin B12 because L5-methyl tetrahydrofolate must be demethylated inside cells to regenerate active tetrahydrofolate, and this critical biochemical recycling requires vitamin B12 as a cofactor. Folate plays several essential physiological roles. In nucleic acid synthesis, it generates purines and pyrimidines, the essential building blocks required for all DNA and RNA production. In one carbon metabolism, known as 1C metabolism, it functions as an indispensable coenzyme in one carbon transfer reactions across the body. In methylation and epigenetics, it drives methylation reactions crucial for amino acid metabolism and epigenetic gene regulation. And in rapid cell proliferation, it is crucial for tissues experiencing rapid growth and cell division, such as developing fetuses, infants, and adolescents. These roles produce systemic outcomes directly linked to neurological health, fetal development, stroke risk, and lipid metabolism. Regarding dietary sources, the name folate has a botanical origin, coming from the Latin word folia, meaning leaf. Key dietary sources are abundant in leafy greens, legumes, fruits, liver, red meat, dairy products, eggs, milk, yeast, and cereals. However, there is an important clinical warning around heat sensitivity. Folic acid is highly sensitive to heat, and prolonged cooking or heat sterilization destroys a significant portion of food folate. The clinical consequence of this is that folate deficiency is frequently documented in infants fed milk formula that has been subjected to intense heat sterilization, such as boiling. In terms of recommended intakes, based on dietary folate equivalents known as DFE, infants require 65 micrograms per day, normal adults require 400 micrograms per day, lactating women require 500 micrograms per day, and pregnant women require 600 micrograms per day, which is critical to support rapid fetal cell division and increase birth weight. There is also a storage vulnerability to be aware of, since total hepatic capacity is only 0.5 to 20 milligrams, and clinical folate deficiency can develop within just 8 to 16 weeks of poor intake, representing a rapid countdown. The causes of folate depletion are diverse and fall into four categories. The first is inadequate intake, meaning consuming a diet lacking fresh greens, legumes, or fortified grains. The second is increased demand, seen in pregnancy and lactation, rapid childhood growth, chronic hemolytic anemia due to rapid red blood cell turnover, and exfoliative skin disorders and hemodialysis. The third is intestinal malabsorption, seen in celiac disease, inflammatory bowel disease, tropical sprue, surgical bowel resections such as short bowel syndrome, and achlorhydria, meaning low gastric acid, along with bariatric gastric bypass. The fourth is genetics and toxins, including genetic variants in the MTHFR gene, such as the C677T variant, which impair folate metabolism, and alcoholism, which severely disrupts intestinal absorption, depletes liver stores, and interferes with metabolic pathways. There are also important metabolic blocks and drug antagonists to understand. Certain drugs act as direct folic acid antagonists or interfere with its absorption and metabolism, including methotrexate, phenytoin, sulfasalazine, and the combination of trimethoprim and pyrimethamine. There is also a phenomenon called the folate trap mechanism. Vitamin B12 deficiency impairs the enzyme methionine synthase, causing folate to become permanently trapped as inactive methyl tetrahydrofolate. Active tetrahydrofolate becomes starved downstream, halting DNA synthesis and causing functional folate deficiency, despite normal serum folate levels. At the cellular level, folate depletion has several consequences. Disrupted DNA methylation occurs because the lack of methyl donors like S-adenosyl methionine causes global DNA hypomethylation, leading to epigenetic dysregulation in genes vital to embryonic development, such as brachyury. Metabolic accumulation occurs because elevated plasma homocysteine disrupts redox homeostasis, increases cellular oxidative stress, and elevates cardiovascular risk. Altered gene expression occurs through dysregulation of chromatin remodeling genes, specifically histone deacetylase 4 and 6. Transporter upregulation involves a compensatory increase in the intestinal transporters PCFT and RFC, attempting to maximize remaining folate uptake. And apoptosis or programmed cell death activates cell death pathways and halts healthy cellular proliferation, compromising tissue regeneration. Clinically, folate deficiency manifests across several systems. In terms of the patient profile, normal erythrocytes or red blood cells become fragile megaloblasts. Hematologically, this causes megaloblastic or macrocytic anemia, leading to fatigue, pallor, and mild scleral jaundice, known as icterus, due to premature destruction of fragile megaloblasts. Mucosal and gastrointestinal effects include smooth, red, painful glossitis, often described as a beefy tongue, oral ulcers, chalosis, and gastrointestinal distress such as diarrhea and distension. Obstetric effects include severe deficiency in early pregnancy, causing abortions, infertility, or congenital neural tube defects. Pediatric and neurological effects are associated with autism spectrum disorders, diabetes related anomalies, irritability, and forgetfulness in the elderly. Diagnosis relies on several laboratory investigations. The complete blood count shows macrocytic anemia with a mean corpuscular volume greater than 100 femtoliters, low reticulocytes, and hypersegmented neutrophils with 5 or more nuclear lobes. Serum folate levels are categorized as deficient below 2 nanograms per milliliter, borderline between 2 and 4 nanograms per milliliter, and normal above 4 nanograms per milliliter. Red blood cell folate is an extremely sensitive marker, with 96% sensitivity, reflecting long-term tissue storage. For enzymatic differentiating markers in folate deficiency, homocysteine is elevated while methylmalonic acid remains normal. In vitamin B12 deficiency, Both homocysteine and methylmalonic acid are elevated. This leads to a critical therapeutic protocol and co-administration rule. The biochemical reality is that because missing vitamin B12 traps folate, treating with folate alone will artificially fix the blood cells. The clinical danger is that this hematological correction will mask and rapidly accelerate irreversible neurological damage, such as spinal cord degeneration from the untreated vitamin B12 deficiency. The diagnostic shield is that you must use the homocysteine and methylmalonic acid diagnostic matrix to rule out vitamin B12 deficiency before administering folic acid. This leads to a critical clinical rule: never replete folate in isolation if a concurrent vitamin B12 deficiency is present. In terms of therapeutic intervention and management protocols, standard oral supplementation is the primary intervention, and most adults require 1 to 5 milligrams of oral folic acid daily, tailored to the underlying cause. For pregnancy and high demand protocols, women with active deficiency during pregnancy require 500 micrograms to 5 milligrams administered 3 times daily. Parenteral administration through subcutaneous or intramuscular routes is strictly reserved for patients with severe malabsorption, acute gastrointestinal conditions, or critical illness. Finally, let us bring this all together with the B vitamin master matrix, comparing folate, also known as vitamin B9, with vitamin B12. In terms of biochemical role, folate supports purine and pyrimidine synthesis for DNA and RNA, along with methylation, while vitamin B12 acts as a cofactor for methionine synthase and methylmalonyl coenzyme A mutase, supporting myelin synthesis. In terms of primary sources, folate comes from leafy greens, legumes, and fortified grains, while vitamin B12 comes only from animal products such as meat, dairy, and eggs. In terms of absorption site and needs, folate is absorbed in the jejunum, requiring the proton-coupled folate transporter, reduced folate carrier, and an acidic pH, while vitamin B12 is absorbed in the terminal ileum, requiring intrinsic factor from stomach parietal cells. In terms of hepatic storage and depletion, folate stores are 0.5 to 20 milligrams, depleted within weeks, while vitamin B12 stores are 2 to 4 milligrams, depleted over years. In terms of neurological impact, folate deficiency causes mood changes with no severe structural nerve damage, while vitamin B12 deficiency causes subacute combined degeneration of the spinal cord, involving proprioception loss and ataxia. And in terms of the definitive biomarker, folate deficiency shows normal methylmalonic acid, while vitamin B12 deficiency shows elevated methylmalonic acid. Hope you have understood about vitamin B9, its clinical biochemistry, pathology, and public health prevention. If you found this video useful, please watch and share with your friends and colleagues. Thank you.